Can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Okay, so in this session, we'll be covering the failover policy of Route 53. So before that, we'll be looking at the requirement. So what the requirement of the customer is. So customer wants to host an application on AWS Cloud. Okay, this is a website. You want to host on a AWS Cloud and should be highly available. Highly available. Okay, so his first requirement is that application should be highly available within a particular region. Okay, within a particular region. In AWS, we know there are multiple regions. Okay, so let's consider this is our primary region, North Virginia. Okay, inside this North Virginia region, there are multiple AZ availability zones. Okay, this is AZ1 and this is AZ2. So what we are going to do, we are going to create our EC2 instance inside AZ1 and the second EC2 instance in AZ2. So they will be highly available if AZ1 goes down or AZ2 goes down. Okay, one of them goes down. Okay, so the first requirement is that application should be highly available within a particular region. So in the North Virginia region, we are spinning up two EC2 instances in different uh, AZs. Okay, and these availability zones are connected with high-speed network between them. Okay, we can see over here also. So this is my North Virginia region. Inside this North Virginia region, I am creating one VPC. Okay, and this VPC is spanning across different AZs. Okay, and this is the code for the AZ. Okay, US East 1 and US East 1B. So one instance will go in this AZ and other will go into this AZ. Okay, any doubt so far?
No.
Okay, and what we are going to do, we are going to add a load balancer. We are going to add a load balancer over here. Okay, so what is the use of this load balancer? If there are 100 requests coming inside for the accessing the web page, so some of the requests will go to first EC2 and second few of them will go to second EC2. Okay, just for balancing the load. Okay, then how can we make sure these are highly available? So let's consider a scenario where US East 1B goes down. Okay, this is down. Now, how will the load balancer know? Because load balancer will continue to send traffic to this region, US East 1B. So what should we do? So for that, we have to configure the health check on the load balancer. Okay, we have to configure the health check on the load balancer. And in this health check, what we are going to do, we are going to mention some of the time. Okay, like 10 seconds or 30 seconds. At regular interval, you keep on checking these EC2 instances, whether they are up or running or not. In case one of the EC2 instance is going down, the load balancer will stop sending the traffic to this one because the health check will fail. Okay, and in that case, all the requests will go to the first EC2 instance. Okay, and once this EC2 instance, the second one is up, this is up, then the health check will pass automatically after some time, and the traffic will come to EC2 also. Okay.
Yeah.
Any doubt so far?
No.
In second requirement, he is telling that application should be highly available across different regions. So currently we are in North Virginia region, but this region can go down. Okay, North Virginia region goes down, and AZ1 will also go down, and AZ2 is also going down. So in that case, my website will not be accessible. So what he is telling that across the regions, it should be highly available. So in first point, it is for a single region, but in the second point, we are considering two regions. Okay, let's say this is a secondary region. Okay, Mumbai region. Okay, now in the Mumbai regions, again, there will be multiple availability zones. And we are going to spin up the EC2 instance inside these availability zones. And we are going to put our web pages on these EC2 instances. Okay, web pages.
Mm.
And third point, he is telling that application should fail back to the primary region once it's back online after a regional failover. So let's say my North Virginia has gone down and my all traffic is coming to Mumbai location, and people are accessing the web pages from the Mumbai location. As soon as my North Virginia primary site comes up, so in that case, my web pages should not be served from Mumbai location. Okay, the application should fail back to the North Virginia location. Okay, that is the third requirement. So now
Can you
let's.
come again? Can you come again for third one?
Yeah. So what is his requirement that if North Virginia region goes down, okay,
Mm.
so all the traffic should route to the secondary region. Okay, my web pages are where on the secondary region. So my website will be up because my traffic will be routed to the Mumbai region. Okay, now after
Okay.
some time, the North Virginia region comes up. Okay, whole of the region comes up. So in that case, the traffic should not come to the Mumbai region. The traffic should automatically go to the North Virginia region.
No. Okay.
Okay, because that is my primary site.
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll be checking point number one. We'll do the lab for point number one. So I'm selecting the North Virginia region. That is my primary region. And the first thing I'll be creating is the VPC in the North Virginia region.
Mm.
Create VPC. This is my North Virginia VPC. North VPC, and the CID here is 10.0.0/16. And we are going to divide this CID here with multiple subnets, subnet 1 and subnet 2.
Okay.
Okay, now the VPC has been created. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create the subnets. So these are the default subnets. You can see there are multiple default subnets in this one, default subnet column. Multiple default subnets in North Virginia region, but the Mumbai region is not having so much default subnets. And as you can see, there are multiple availability zones in North Virginia, but Mumbai region is having less availability zones. So I will create my subnet inside my VPC, North Virginia VPC. We subnet 1, and I will put this in US East 1A. You can see US East 1A. Okay, one subnet in US East 1A and second subnet in US East 1B.
B.
CIDR I will give 10.0.0 or 24. To availability zone US East 1B, and subnet is 1.0/24. Okay, create subnet. Now why VPC will be having two subnets? Okay, as you can see, North Virginia subnet 1, it is in same VPC. Both of them are in same VPC.
Okay.
Now what we are going to do, we are going to create the internet gateway. Okay, why we require internet gateway? Because we need to access the machine from our home. Okay, we need to access the machine from our home. This is the default internet gateway that is AWS already gives you for the region, particular region. But we will be creating our own internet gateway. W create, and then after that we'll be attaching this internet gateway to the VPC. attached to the VPC. My VPC name is North Virginia VPC. Attach. Now, now the internet gateway has been attached, but still we won't be able to access the virtual machines inside our VPC because there is no route. If you look at the route table, okay, what is our VPC? North Virginia VPC. So this is my route table ID. Okay, go inside the route table, we'll be seeing the routes. Okay, what it is telling, if my traffic is local, then only it will route. But we want to access the EC2 instances that will be there inside the VPCs. Okay, for that we have to access that from outside world. That's why we need to add one more entry to this. So from outside world anywhere, send it to internet gateway and save changes. Okay, now our network layer is ready. Okay, any doubts so far?
No.
Okay, now we are going to create our EC2 instances. EC2. Launch instance. We'll be taking this one, Amazon Linux 2 AMI. Select T2 micro. I will put in my subnet, North Virginia VPC, US East 1A. And second EC2 I will be creating in US East 1B.
B. Yeah.
Okay, and public IP enable. Others I don't require. This is the additional configuration. Now what I have done is that already on the GitHub there is a zip file that contains the web pages. Okay, what is this configuration? User data. Under user data, what I am going to tell, once EC2 machine has been created, once it is up and running, you execute the commands that I mentioned in this one, user data. Okay, so what it will do, it will go as a root user, it will become a root, it will go into the directory and it will execute few of the commands for installing the HTTP. Okay, after that it will in background, it will download the zip file, it will unzip the zip file and it will move the contents of that zip file to this one. Okay. And then after that, once the machine is up, we will be accessing this web page from the HTTP.
Okay.
Okay, copy. So storage, I'm not going to add. Tag security group. Inside security group, I'm just going to add a rule. As of now, allow all traffic. Okay, that we are going to access the port number 80, but I'm allowing all the traffic as of now. Okay, from anywhere in the world. 0.0.0.0/0 means anywhere. Event launch, and this is my key. North Virginia, social Windows, North Virginia, launch. Now in same way, I will be creating one more instance. Select VPC subnet 2. I'm putting in US East 1B, public IP enable, and the other configurations are this one. Add storage, nothing. No tags. Security group, I will allow the all traffic. What is this? CID block, okay. Launch. Okay, now I will give the overview. The machines are getting created. It will take some time, 3 to 4 minutes. So now what we are going to do is that for the regional failover, there is a service called as a Route 53. Okay, so Route 53 is basically a DNS service for AWS. So what I have done is that I have registered a domain name sailbooks.online. Okay, and we are going to access our web pages from this website. If I type http sailbooks.online, my web page should open. Okay, now for that we have to go in the Route 53. Let this come up, then our point number 1 will be completed. Okay, then after that we'll be moving to Route 53. I guess one machine is up. We can check the web page. See, right now I'm directly accessing via the IP address. Okay, Route 53, we have not considered Route 53 right now. See, now my web page is opening and it is also telling welcome to the online bookstore in North Virginia region. This I have hard coded inside the HTML file just for our understanding purpose, which server is going to respond us. Okay, North Virginia region instance once responded. Okay, understood.
Yes.
Now what we are going to do, will also be checking the second one. Till that, we'll be creating a load balancer. Okay, we'll be creating a classic load balancer. Okay, and I will be putting that classic load balancer in North Virginia VPC. HTTP, I will keep port number 80 open. What it is telling that you need to have 2 different subnets. Please select at least 2 subnets in different ages to provide higher availability for your load balancer. If you don't have different ages, this load balancer will not get created. Okay, so our one EC2 instance is in 1A and other EC2 instance is in 1B. So that's why we are getting these options. Okay, inside this VPC, we have created one subnet in 1A and other in 1B. Okay, see the subnet ID is also showing here. See the name, NV subnet 1 and NV subnet 2. So I will just add this. Security group. Add rule, nothing. Okay, I will just skip to 80. See what it is telling, improve your load balancer security. Your load balancer is not secure because we don't have the certificate right now for HTTPS. So right now we will be working with port number 80 only. See, this is the health check which I was talking about. How will the load balancer know which of the EC2 instance has gone down? So for that, we have to configure the health check. Okay, and by default, it is going to ping to this index.html, which will be there on our EC2 instances. See this one, index.html. This is actually the index.html, which we are seeing right now. Okay, I will just keep the default timing right now. And I will add our 2 EC2 instances. inside the health check. Key nothing create. See now, as you can see that we are having two EC2 instances. Both of our EC2 instances are up and running. You can see both of our EC2 instances are up and running. But if you check in the load balancer, it is telling us out of service. Load balancer is telling both of the EC2 instances are out of service. It is telling it is out of service because right now the health check has not been completed. Okay, the initial discovery is still in progress. That's why it is telling us out of service. After some time, once the health check is completed, it will come in service. Okay, this status will change to in service. Till that, we'll check the web page on EC2 instance. This one 3 dot. See, this is instance 2. Okay, now instance 2 is also fine. North Virginia region instance 2 responded, and the first one is instance 1 responded. Okay, now our both of the EC2 instances are responding for the North Virginia region. Now let's wait for the discovery to complete. See, in service. That means the discovery has been completed. Health checks have passed. Now what we can do, I will be accessing the web page from the DNS name of the load balancer. Okay, I will just copy paste over here. See, now we don't know who is going to respond. Now see, instance 1 has responded for the first query. Let's see for the other query. Instance 1 is responding. Now instance 2 responded. Okay, see, instance 2 responded, instance 1 responded. It is doing round robin, I guess. Okay, understood for this, for the region. Now in case one of the EC2 instance goes down, we'll be achieving the high availability. So that covers our point number 1. So right now we have achieved this one. Okay, this is completed. But for the higher availability for the different region, we need Route 53. Route 53, we have to go in Route 53. See, Route 53 is a global service. Okay, and what all we have done till now, EC2 instances, VPC, these are the regional services. Okay, so why is Route 53 is a global service? If say like Route 53, they would have designed as a regional service. Okay, so now my region is down. Okay, my region is down, so my Route 53 is also down. So how are you going to route the traffic to different region? Okay, that's why they have kept this as a global service.
Okay.
Okay, go inside Route 53. See, first I will configure a health check. Okay. So why I require a health check? See, this health check, load balancer health check is used to detect whether this is down or my second EC2 instance is down. Route 53 health check, we are putting the Route 53 health check to determine whether this region is down. Okay, one of the region is down. That is why we require a health check on Route 53. Understood? The difference between this health check and this health check. So first we'll configure the health check. What is this health check? Okay, I will put North Virginia health check. Okay, HTTP, and I will copy the IP address of this load balancer. Okay, the IP address of this load balancer is 100. Why it is not responding? Okay, but we got the IP. Okay, I'll copy the IP and put over here. Index.page.index. HTML. Okay, did you understand this? Why I am putting a index.html? Because the traffic will go to this load balancer, and in the background it will check if both of the if one of the index.html is reachable. Okay, if both of them are down, then that means the health check has failed. Okay, understanding.
Yes, yes.
Click next. Health check. I'm not creating any alarms. Create health check. Okay, now health check for the North Virginia region is completed. Same I will do for the Mumbai region. Mumbai region is currently not up. Okay, I need to create the Mumbai region. So what I will do is that I already have a Terraform code. Okay, so this whole region. Okay, this whole region, same like North Virginia region, I will be creating from the Terraform, the Mumbai region. Secondary. So let's wait for this region to get completed. So it will just take 2 or 3 minutes for Mumbai region. Whole of this infrastructure I have coded inside this file, this classic LB. See, it is creating the subnets, it is creating the internet gateway, it will attach the internet gateway, it will add the route table. So what all things which we have done from the interface, the same things are been created from the Terraform for the Mumbai region. I'm selecting the Mumbai region. Let's see whether EC2 instances are up. They're coming up.
Yeah.
I will go ahead till then time load balancer in Mumbai region. So this is my load balancer in Mumbai region. What is the IP? 15 dot. So for this health check, okay, for this Mumbai health check, I am putting the IP address of the load balancer 80 index.html. Next, create. Now initial prerequisites are ready. Okay, for Route 53. It will take some time for initial discovery, then it will come up. Now I will be going into the hosted zone. Now, as you can see, there are two hosted zones. So I will just show you the steps how to create a hosted zone. Click on the create hosted zone, and you have to give any name like university.com. Okay, and click on public hosted zone, and then click create hosted zone. Right now, I'm not clicking on create hosted zone because my already zones are created. One thing is that if you create the hosted zone today, so tomorrow they will charge you 0.50 cents. Okay, 0.50 cents they are going to charge. Okay, once you create this hosted zone, You have to click on that, and AWS will give you the name server. Okay, these two entries have come by default. I have not done anything.
Okay.
Okay, what is our domain name? Our domain name is salebooks.online. So these two entries have come by default. Okay, for any zone you create, AWS will give you these two entries, name server and SEO record. So what we have to do is that we have to copy this name server records, go inside our hostinger and just change it. Okay, this already I have done it yesterday. And if you change it today, okay, and right now it's 5 p.m. So if you change it to today, it takes approximately 24 hours for the global replication to happen for this DNS. Okay.
Okay.
So already this step has been done. So now what we are going to do, we are going to create the records. So let's check the health. This is the health check. So this is the health check of Route 53. Okay, both of them are healthy. See, both of the regions are healthy. North Virginia is healthy, Mumbai is healthy.
Okay.
Now what we are going to do, we are going to create the records. For creating the record, click on the create record, and we are going to use this failure routing policy. You see, it depends on the requirement. What requirement do we have? What is our requirement is that it should have the regional failure. So for that case, we have to click this failure policy.
Okay. Got it.
Next, and this is the record type I will be selecting. And TTL, after how much second, if my North Virginia is going down, then after how many minutes you want to switch the traffic to the secondary region? I want within 1 minute. Okay, minimum you have to, minimum is 1 minute. Okay, you cannot keep 2 seconds or 1 second over here. Minimum is 1 minute, 60 seconds. Then I will define a failure record. Endpoint is IP address. What is my North Virginia IP address? 100. This is the IP address of load balancer of North Virginia. This IP address I am putting right now. North Virginia region load balancer IP address I am putting. Now failure of the type, this is primary health check. This is the North Virginia, and you can put anything over here. And this is the primary record, and I will be creating the secondary record. Click on define record. IP address of the this is the IP address of the Mumbai load balancer. Okay, this load balancer IP address I'm putting right now. Classic load balancer. Failure record type is secondary. Health check is Mumbai health check. And click on define failure record. Click on create records. What happened? The request contains what is invalid?
Change batch.
Set of changes for a record is L. Let me check. Edit. Okay, now it's created. Now we'll try to access this from this one. See, now the web page has opened and it went to the primary location, North Virginia region. Understood?
Yes.
Why it is routing to the North Virginia region? Because we have mentioned that primary region is North Virginia. This is the IP address of the load balancer of North Virginia. Okay, now what we'll do, we'll test whether it is actually working or not. I will go in North Virginia and I will, what is the, okay, instance 2 has responded. North Virginia. This is instance 1. 21. Instance 1, this is instance 2. Okay, now I will shut down this instance. Now what should happen? North Virginia, instance 1 will respond. Okay, because I have shut down instance 2 of North Virginia. See, now instance 1 has responded. Understood? Now we have achieved the regional failure, failure within a single region. Okay, North Virginia. Okay, instance 1 is also always now instance 1 is going to respond because there is no other instance. Okay, now what I will do, we'll check the regional failover. Now our traffic should come to the Mumbai region. It should not be going to the North Virginia region.
Okay.
Okay, now I will stop the other EC2 instance in North Virginia. It will take some time for the failure to happen. It might take 2 or 3 minutes. Till that I will clear my cache. It is stopping. Let's check. See, now the failover is not completed. The failover will just complete in few minutes. Okay, now health check will also fail. See. Stopped. Once this health check fails for the North Virginia region, it will do a failover. Now let's wait for the health check to get complete. Any doubt you are having so far?
Not, no, actually, but we'll go on once we go on feedback, we will discuss more actually. I just want to go through again with the deployment part because I just not clear about completely. But I understand the payload part and the regional wise, then within region, and we with both region. That's what I understand. But I just want to go with the deployment part completely again.
Okay, deployment of the infrastructure for a particular region, which I did manually. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that is easy. See, now the health check is also failed for the North Virginia. Now it should fail over in some time. See, now it came to the Mumbai region. See, what I have done is that inside the web pages of the Mumbai region, I have hard coded this just for our understanding that it is actually failing. And what has happened that Mumbai region instance 2 has responded. Okay, if I go in Mumbai region, and if I shut down this instance, then what will happen? Instance 1 should respond. Now let's see whether this classic load balancer is doing a round robin. Now it's 2. Let's check again. See, now 1 is responding.
Yes.
Now 2 is responding. Okay, so now we have completed point number 2 also. Application should be highly available across different regions. Now what we are going to test, we are going to test this because North Virginia region is down currently and our traffic is coming to Mumbai location. Now what we'll do, we will spin up the EC2 instance from the North Virginia region. so that my North Virginia region is able to serve the traffic. Now let's go to North Virginia. I will just pin up this.
Just give me a second. I'm just back.
Okay. Let it start completely. We'll check whether it is routing to North Virginia. Failing back. See, the cloud has made the primary and secondary setting up and infrastructure very easy.
Yeah.
So in the olden days, you can understand the pain of setting the primary and
Yes.
secondary site. See, now it went to the North Virginia region.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is failing back also.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so that completes our point number 3 also. So any doubt which you want to ask?
Yes. Actually, when we are first we are doing the within region only the uh, failover,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Then we are doing the region wise, means different region we are doing the failover.
Right.
Then in third stage we are doing the failover, and once the failed region is back online, it should the fail back.
Yes. So we don't have to do anything over here in point number 3. AWS is taking
Yeah.
care of that.
Okay.
Okay. Why it is?
AWS means the Route 53 will
Yes,
take care of.
Route 53. Because what we have told here is that the primary region is this one, and all depends on the health check. Okay. If it is passing the health check, it will start sending traffic to the primary region.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. If we
So
can
the
see.
depends on the health check only. It is it will check health here, and then it will again fail back.
Yes, right.
Okay.
All depends on the Route 53 health check.
Okay. Got it. And the load balancer, classic load balancer means it will distribute the request, means how much the user is requesting that particular website, that will distribute the means sometimes it will go to 1A region, sometimes it will go to 1B region, right?
Yes, right.
That is the
Right, correct.
okay. Yeah, got it.
Okay, any other doubt? Like
No,
how I
actually,
created this
no.
lab?
Yeah, that I have the doubt. Can we go again with that?
First is create VPC. Second, then I will break this VPC in multiple subnets.
Yeah.
Subnet 1 and subnet 2. Then I will
Choose.
create a internet gateway.
Okay. Okay. So subnet one and subnet two, that is the CIDR we are providing differently.
Yes. So subnet 1 and subnet 2, we are just breaking the this CIDR of VPC
VPC.
10.0.0.0/16. So it
Yeah.
should be in the same range. If I give
Right.
192 dot, that is not going to work. It will not allow to create the subnet.
Right.
Okay, then fourth step is attach the internet gateway to VPC. Okay, fifth
Hmm.
is uh, route table entry. Okay, we
Yeah.
added this entry.
Yeah.
Okay,
Route table entry, which is for the uh, we
anywhere.
should anywhere. Yeah.
Okay, and
Anywhere means we should access it from our the laptop or desktop like that.
yes, you or me can access it. Okay, but if you want the particular user should access, you can put that IP address also over here,
Okay, got it.
route table. So you can try accessing the website from your machine now, whether it is accessible.
Books.
Cellbooks.online.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, now it's accessing from the instance too. Okay.
Instance 2. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
see, for me, it is given instance 1 because you went to instance 2, no? Then after that, I created a security group. Okay. Inside the security group, I allowed all traffic as of now.
Mm.
Okay. Port number 22 is open so that we can RDP to this Linux machine. Right now, I have not done any SSH to the Linux machine.
Okay.
Okay. 22 and all traffic. In production, it will be port number 80 only. Oh, sorry, 443 because we will be having the certificate for the website. So
Yes.
this is a HTTP. That's why we don't have a certificate, and that's why I just allowed all traffic because this is a lab. So then after that, we created a load balancer. After that, we created a health check. Health check on load balancer. Okay, then
Okay.
we created Route 53. Hosted zone in Route 53.
Yeah.
Then we created health check on Route 53. Okay, then what we did, then we added the A records of load balancer. North Virginia load balancer and Mumbai load balancer. That's it.
Okay. So at the time of within region failover, the health check will be on the load balancer, right? So from there it will check the which from where I can access the website.
Yes, because if we are not having a Route 53, what we were doing is
Yeah.
that we were directly putting the DNS name of this load balancer.
Load balancer. Yeah.
Okay, that is my load balancer. So DNS name of this load balancer. We are putting this,
Yeah. Good.
and this is the health check.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay. Got it.
and same thing we have replicated via Terraform for the Mumbai region. I have the playbook for both of the regions, but I just did
Okay.
it for the North Virgin region manually.
Okay. Yeah.
Understood.
That
But
is.
if you are creating the lab, if you are going to practice it, just make sure that hosted zone is chargeable is
Yeah.
0.50 cents.
Okay.
Okay, and
So it.
if
Yeah.
you create it today, don't delete it for 1 month.
Okay.
Okay, before the next month you can delete it. Otherwise, if you delete it and if you create again, then again it will charge you 0.50 cents.
Yeah.
See, now you understand why this is global service, why it is not regional service. If it was a regional service, if this goes down, then how it will route the traffic to other region.
Yes. Yeah.
That's why Route 53 is a global service.
Yeah. Got it. Okay.
Any other doubt?
Okay. Can you walk through the that playbook once? Uh, so
Yes.
we just
So this is not currently in sequence because the Terraform take cares of the sequence in background.
yeah.
I can send you this if you want.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, this is the route table. All the things which are mentioned over here, most of the things from 1 to 7.
Yeah.
1 to 7, all the things are there in the playbook.